So, the many LAN technologies that use ring topology use token passing for synchronized access to the ring. The ring itself is treated as a single shared communication medium. Bits pass from transmitter past other computers and are copied by the destination. Hardware must be designed to pass token even if the attached computer is powered down. Okay. So, this is a small technicality in the sense that if you could do that, that means if your interface to the ring, that means if the interface of the computer to the ring, if it can sort of work independently of the computer, then that would be nice, because even if the computer is shut down, communication in the ring, that means other people's communications are not affected. Okay. So, this is a picture of a token ring, which is that the sender holding token transmit bits of frames. So, computer not holding the token passes the bits as they go around, circulate in a very at a very high speed. The destination passes the bit, but it makes a copy, and the sender receives the bits of the frame and it goes out. Okay. So, this is one way the network could work. When a computer wants to transmit, it waits for the token. After transmission, computer transmits token on the ring. Next computer ready to transmit receives token and then transmits it. By the way, this token ring was originally I mean was a more common in as a LAN technology, but then it fell into disuse. First of all, the token ring, the devices were less common, so they were more costly, that is one thing, and this was much cheaper and worked quite fine for many purposes. So, the token ring as a dominant LAN technology went out with time, but one version of it called FDDI that sort of lived on, and that lived on for the very specific advantage that the ring topology has, which is that of fault tolerance, and this is called FDDI. In an FDDI, the ring is made of fiber optic cables, all right. So, usually multi-mode fibers, even single mode fibers can be used. So, they use fiber optic cables on which you can send data at a fairly high speed. Okay. When I say very high speed, well, nowadays we get very high speed, so it is not that fast. So, FDDI technology is also not that new, so it is aging. So, that way its speed is may sound less today, but when it was proposed, it was taken as a very high speed. And the basic reason why if somebody would still like to use FDDI is its inherent fault tolerance. So, that is a technology which is used in LAN and it is fault tolerant. Okay. As I said, ring technology which is fault tolerant is extensively used. This is not FDDI technology, but some other technology is extensively used in WAN. But in the LAN we have this FDDI technology, which is the full form is fiber distributed data interconnect. So, this is another ring technology. It uses fiber optics between stations, transmit data at 100 Mbps, which you see that compared to 10 Mbps which we were talking about so far as when you are talking about the thin LAN and the thick LAN, etc., we were talking about 10 Mbps speed. So, 100 Mbps is one order of magnitude higher. So, that was high when it was proposed. Uses pairs of fibers to form two concentric rings, as we have seen that in order to get the fault tolerance we require two fibers or two rings, and what happens is that as soon as there is a fault somewhere, the FDDI will automatically the FDDI switch is so designed that it will automatically switch and the communication will not get disrupted. Okay. And next is that you can have hybrid topology, in the sense that you can have a ring which is and from the various nodes of the rings stars will sort of stars will form. So, they will be the different hubs of the different stars, and these different hubs can be put on a ring. As a matter of fact, that is a very common way why how FDDA is configured. That means some FDDA switches form a ring, and from each of these FDDA switches we can start other kind of technology like Ethernet etc., which forms a tree like structure. And of course, the other reason why you could have hybrid topologies, that older networks are updated and replaced, leaving some older segments. So, as you sort of replace one part of the network, you will get a hybrid kind of topology. So, it combines two or more different types of topologies. As I said, common is star bus or star ring. Star ring uses a MAU as a multi station access unit, so which is basically a part of FDDI.